Hi, this is Rabbi Daniel Rabin, Rabbi at the Northeastern Jewish Center. So if you've ever had a moment to look at the book of Talmud, you will see that the pages are filled with varying opinions, rabbis having different opinions about particular subjects. There's nothing wrong, I believe, to have an opinion which may differ from someone else's. If you look at the world today, there's so many things going on. And when it comes to the conflict in Israel, that Israel is now fighting with Hamas, a terrorist organization, there are a lot of opinions, a lot of expressions of perhaps anger, frustration. But there's one very important lesson that we all need to remember when it comes to having a different opinion with someone else. And fortunately, Mike Carlton in today's age and today's Australian has sort of been a catalyst for this message that I wish to share today. You know, he wrote an article about Israel a week ago or so, and whether you like his article or not, we can have different opinions. But the message we need to remember is when you have a difference of an opinion with someone else, don't allow that to ruin your humanity. If I don't agree with you, it doesn't mean I should call you names. It doesn't mean I should hate you. We should never forget the bottom line, and that is we're all human beings, and we all have to show a basic level of respect and understanding to one another. And I believe it's not a coincidence that this week in our portion of Vaetchanan, we are once again reminded of the Ten Commandments. We've already been told them a number, in a few books beforehand. But again, the Torah tells us the Ten Commandments. Why repeat it twice? Because it's very easy to forget those basic rules of humanity between one another. And we see, unfortunately, his responses to certain people who wrote differing with his opinion. Instead of responding or ignoring in a respectful way, he lashed out at them in a very racist and derogatory way. And those who wrote to him in a derogatory way are also not in the right. And therefore I think there's a message we can all take upon ourselves. It's a very difficult moment, a very difficult time if you're a Jewish person and you have feelings towards Israel, which most of us do. But don't lose that humanity. Think about the Ten Commandments. Think about what our religion really speaks about, and that is love between people. So if you have a different opinion, that's fine. Share it, express it. After all, we live in a democratic society. But don't forget the most basics of rules, and that is respect for one another. Wishing you a Shabbat Shalom, and may we truly see peace in the Middle East. May it be soon. See you next week.